23 inches long barrel, 1.5 millimeters thick receiver, and total weight when empty at almost 11 pounds. The question is this rifle worth of almost $2,000? Let's find out. RPK was originally created in the 1960s as a replacement for the RPD. Soviets were looking basically to slim down their armament for the platoon. That's why the RPK was created, and it took on the role of the squad automatic weapon. That's why we have this heavier profile barrel, longer one, and reinforced receiver, all done in order to boost durability. But as far as the controls of the rifle, it truly was just the standard AKM, so it simplified the whole manual of arms for the Soviet army. So this is a Romanian version of the RPK, but honestly it stays very true to that early 1960s Russian RPK. Let me remove this. I'm using this only to have a little bit better traction because this is a metal plate and it loves to slide on this jacket. But what you're seeing here, this comes as a standard furniture on this model, and this is the famous clubfoot basically stock, so that's included. And then up front you do have a classic RPK handguard. Now for those who wonder, this stock attaches basically like a standard AKM stock on this rifle. So if you would like to change it to the standard AKM furniture or standard type AKM furniture, it will take that furniture with the one note, because this is a thicker receiver. You will have to do some fitment probably in order to compensate for those thicker walls. I'm saying this because this receiver looks like a Yugo-style receiver, what you know from the Yugo-style rifles, but the mounting of the stock is exactly identical like on the AKM. Do not confuse this with the Yugo. The same goes for the handguard, and here we got the carrying handle as well, that's included. One note about the handguard, as I said, it is a classic RPK style handguard, so you have to watch for it if you're looking for the accessories to be compatible with the RPK, because the mounting is slightly different here. And going back to the receiver again, also what you have to worry about it is, I have seen some of those handguards, and Ula, if you could come closer, which were RPK style, but they were not ready for that carry handle. So sometimes you may be forced, unfortunately, to do some cutout on those accessories to make it fit to the system and to accommodate for that carrying handle. Something to be aware of. So the standard RPK mounting system is used, but you may have to do some modifications in order to fit everything. But on the AK, that's kind of normal, right? We work with the accessories usually to make them fit to our rifles. So as you can see, the weapon comes with the bipod included. This is not the best bipod in the world, but definitely works. And as you could hear it, we are here almost at 300 yards, and I was able to double tap that target down there without any stress, to be honest with you. So the bipod for sure is useful. You see how much pressure I can apply. Those wide foot or feet wide feet are digging nicely into the ground, and this enables me to have a nice and very, very stable shooting platform, even while I'm relatively high away from the ground. But you could see I was controlling the rifle very, very nicely, and the rifle actually delivered very solid hits. You could not just suppress the area, but you would be hitting the targets, and that was basically the role of the RPK. So this Romanian version performs very, very decently for sure. All that length and weight makes this rifle extremely pleasant to shoot. But I can almost hear the question, how is accuracy with it? Actually, accuracy is really, really good. You will have no problems reaching out and touching those targets. Now, I want to keep this rifle in the form as it is, but I have seen some guys who were able to boost the accuracy or precision of the rifle by removing the bipod, and I think that that would be the correct way to go with it, because as you can see, that bipod is attaching basically to the barrel, so you know that this has an impact on the performance of the rifle. If there is some pressure point or something is happening to that bipod and it's affecting the barrel. Yes, it is a thicker barrel, so it can take more pressure abuse, but when you have a bipod and you start flexing it, trust me, this puts the pressure enough to start throwing the rounds of maybe not of target, but definitely you will see the change in the point of impact, which is unwanted, right? So in order to really start working on improving precision of this rifle, yes, I agree, someone would have to take this off. I don't want to. I want to keep this as it is, as the original RPK. But if someone wants to create like a different version maybe of the Tabuk, bootleg Tabuk rifle, why not? Now I do have on here just our Annihilator 3X combo, and I think this combo fits rifle like that perfectly. I mean, it immediately delivers there's a boost in the performance what you can do with it, and I think that was a good solution. But if someone would like to put even the LPVO, I don't see why not, and definitely you can take advantage of the better glass on this rifle. Now let's go back to the original question for a second. Was it worth it to spend almost $2,000? From my perspective, from my point of view, yes, it is, because it is a collectible piece. At the end of the day, I am obsessed with AKs, so for me that makes sense. For the average user, for the even average AK, not, I don't think so that you are going to see the value in spending that kind of money on this rifle. It would be nice to have that full auto option, right? Definitely that would be great. but unfortunately because of our laws and everything, that's almost impossible. Through the years, RPK went through the different modification programs, and of course the 545 by 39 version was created. Critics of RPK would say that there is really no justification for creating this rifle. But surprisingly, RPK serves across the world on the front lines to this day. And no, I'm not talking only about the Africa, but as you know, probably you've seen it on the pictures and the footage, RPK often is still used in Ukraine. So I would say, based on employment to this day, those rifles actually proved to be very, very useful. Either do we agree on how useful they are? That's a debate for the different video. Now, I truly enjoyed using and shooting this rifle, and in my eyes, this is an iconic part of the Kalashnikov family. Is it for everyone? As I said before, not really. It's hard to justify that sticker price. That being said, if you have money to spend, I would highly recommend those rifles. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the RPK concept overall, and what you think about those Romanian RPKs. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with more videos soon.